There's a level of focus so complete that distraction becomes structurally impossible. Most people will never experience it once. There's a level of focus most people will never experience. Not because they cannot achieve it, because they do not know it exists. It is not concentration. Concentration is effort. You are fighting distraction, resisting the pull of other things, white-knuckling your attention onto the task. This is different. This is a state where distraction becomes structurally impossible. Not because you are resisting it, because the task and your awareness have merged so completely that nothing else exists. The Japanese call it Zanmai, total absorption, and they have a ritual to induce it in under 3 minutes. Once you experience it, normal focus feels like trying to work with one hand tied behind your back. It feels illegal because it gives you an advantage most people do not even know is available. Today I'm going to show you exactly how it works. And then I'm going to show you a man who used it to complete in 1 month what normally takes 6. His name is Kenta, 31, software developer, skilled, fast, but never fully present. He sits down to code. The intention is clear. He knows what needs to be done. But within 8 minutes, he is checking Slack, then email, then a browser tab, then back to code, then his phone buzzes. Then he is reading an article he did not mean to click. This is not lack of discipline. He wants to focus. He tries to focus, but his attention fractures the moment anything else becomes available. By the end of the day, he has worked 8 hours but completed maybe 2 hours of actual deep work. The rest was fragmented attention pretending to be productivity. Kenta knows he is capable of more. He has experienced flow states before, rare moments where hours pass like minutes and the work feels effortless. But he cannot induce them. They just happen, randomly, unpredictably. Then his manager sends him a book, a translation of classical Japanese Zen practices for craftsmen. And on page 47, Kenta reads about Zanmai and the 3-minute ritual that induces it. Zanmai, total absorption, not forced, induced, through a ritual so simple most people dismiss it and miss everything. Zanmai is a state of total absorption, the task and the self merge. There is no separation, no observer watching yourself work, just the work, complete, unified. Japanese craftsmen, calligraphers, and monks used a ritual to induce this state before beginning any important work. 3 minutes, 3 steps, done correctly. It creates a threshold between normal scattered attention and absorbed presence. Step 1. Stillness entry. 60 seconds. Sit. Close your eyes. Do not meditate. Do not try to clear your mind. Just sit in complete physical stillness. No adjustment. No fidgeting. No movement. Your body learns. We are transitioning. Step 2. Singular focus anchor. 60 seconds. Open your eyes. Look at the single thing you will work on. Not the screen. Not the tools. The actual output. The blank page. The empty canvas. The problem itself. Just look. No thinking. No planning. Just sustained visual attention on the singular point of work. Step 3. Breath seal. 60 seconds. 3 deep breaths. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. As you exhale the 3rd breath, begin the work. No pause. No hesitation. The exhale becomes the first action. 3 minutes. Then you work. And the work is different. This is not magic. It is neurological state preparation. The stillness entry shuts down motor planning. Your brain stops preparing to do other things. Movement options collapse to 0. The singular focus anchor primes attentional narrowing. By looking at one thing for 60 seconds, your visual system and attention system align. Peripheral awareness starts to fade. The breath seal synchronizes action with physiological calm. You're not starting from scattered arousal. You're starting from grounded readiness. Together, these 3 steps create what neuroscientists call attentional gating. Your brain closes the gate to new inputs and opens full bandwidth to the task. This is why flow states feel effortless. Not because the work is easy, because your attention is not being pulled in 10 directions. It is aimed, completely, at one thing. Most people start working from a scattered state. Then they wonder why focus feels like effort. Zanmai does not make focus easier. It removes the scatteredness before focus even begins. 3 minutes of ritual. Then he began. And for the first time in years, the world actually disappeared. Monday morning, Kenna decides to test the ritual. He has a complex feature to build. Normally, it would take 3 days of fragmented work. Maybe 4. He sits, closes his eyes. 60 seconds of complete stillness. His body wants to fidget. He does not let it. The stillness is non-negotiable. By second 40, something shifts. His mind stops generating movement impulses. Eyes open. He looks at the empty code file. Just looks. 60 seconds. Thoughts try to arise. Plans. Strategies. He lets them pass. Just looking. Sustained attention on the blank space that will become the work. 3 breaths. For count in. For count hold. For count out. On the 3rd exhale, his hands move to the keyboard. And he begins. What happens next surprises him. The world disappears. Not metaphorically. Actually, the room fades. Sound becomes distant. Time stops registering. There is no Kenta watching himself code. There is just code. Appearing. Flowing. Complete. He surfaces 4 hours later. The feature is done. Not almost done. Done. Tested. Working. For hours of work that normally takes 3 days. Because it was 4 hours of actual unbroken absorption. No context switching. No distraction. No fragmentation. Just pure, focused execution. Kenna stares at the screen and thinks, that felt illegal. Kenna starts using the ritual every morning. 3 minutes. Then work. Then 4 to 6 hours of absorption. The results are obscene. Week 1. He completes twice his normal output. His manager notices. Asks if he is working nights. He is not. He is just working without fragmentation. Week 2. He finishes a project that was scheduled for 6 weeks. In 2 weeks. Not because he is rushing. Because there is no waste. Every hour of work is actual work. Not work interrupted by Slack, email, context switches, and mental drift. Week 3. Other developers start asking what changed. He does not explain the ritual. He just says, I started taking 3 minutes to prepare before working. Week 4. His manager pulls him aside. The output is too high. It is making other people look bad. Kenta is not working more hours. He is working the same hours. But those hours now contain actual focused execution instead of fragmented attention cosplaying as work. The ritual does not make him faster. It removes the friction that was making him slow. Zanmai is not a skill you build. It is a state you enter. And once you know how to enter it, you have an advantage most people do not know exists. The reason Zanmai feels illegal is simple. Most people are competing with one hand tied behind their back. And they do not even know it. They think distraction is normal. That fragmented attention is just how work feels. That everyone struggles with focus the way they do. They are wrong. There is an entire level of cognitive performance that exists beyond fragmented attention. And it is not harder to access. It just requires knowing the ritual exists. Kenna is not smarter than his coworkers. He is not more talented. He does not work longer hours. He just spends 3 minutes inducing a state they do not know how to access. And that 3-minute difference multiplies across every hour of work. For hours of Zanmai produces more than 8 hours of fragmented focus. Not because the work is faster, because there is no waste, no context switching, no attention recovery time, no mental drift, just sustained absorption on the single thing until it is complete. That is why it feels illegal. It is an advantage that feels unfair because most people do not even know it is available. 60 seconds stillness. 60 seconds singular gaze. 60 seconds breath seal. Then begin. The state follows the ritual. You now know what most people do not. There's a state of focus where distraction becomes impossible. And there's a 3-minute ritual that induces it. Tomorrow morning, before you begin your most important work, do this. Sit. Close your eyes. 60 seconds of complete physical stillness. No movement. Just be still. Open your eyes. Look at the work. The blank page. The empty file. The problem. Just look. 60 seconds. Sustained attention. No thinking. just looking. 3 breaths. For count in. For count hold. For count out. On the third exhale, begin the work immediately. 3 minutes. Then work. The first time you experience Zanmai, you will understand why Kenneth thought it felt illegal. Because you will realize you have been working with fragmented attention your entire life. And there was always another level available. Be still. Be focused. Be absorbed.